Schönen guten Tag, liebe Lerner, meine Damen und Herren. Ich sage mal, guten Tag. Ich freue mich, dass Sie heute da sind. Ich freue mich auch, dass ich heute da bin. Also, machen wir weiter auf Englisch. During the last lesson, we talked about Fragewoerter. And we talked about this question word that's very important in German. And these question words, they're used to ask questions. I will mention some of them. And the prominent among them are wie. And I want you, if you check your notes, you can pronounce with me again. I believe you must have been trying and pronouncing since the last time we met. Wie. Wer. Woher. Wo. Wie. Was. Wann. Warum. Now, we have been able to talk about some of them, and we actually talked about all of them, but then we emphasize, we ask questions. We use some of them to ask questions, and today I want us to move forward by talking about, or by setting some sentences with the use of was. The other ones we have done in our last lesson, so I will advise you go back to those lessons so that you'll be able to continue in this lesson. So we want to go to the question word was. Was. We have talked about it. Of course, it's a question word, but then we want to first form some sentences with it. And because it's the last one we are doing, we're going to have some more time to just form some interesting sentences with the use of was. So, here we have the first question, and please don't forget, we talked about formal and informal, if you like, informal and formal. Here we have the conversational method that we'll be using in this example. A, ask the question, was bist du von Beruf? This is the question word. And if you remember, was means what? And here, the sentence, the question is saying, what is your occupation? I'm going to read the sentence again, and then you read after me. Was bist du von Beruf? Let's say it again. Was bist du von Beruf? I'm going to be fast now. Was bist du von Beruf? And then the second one, the first one is the informal, while the second one is the formal. And I'm going to read it, you'll read after me. We are still using the word, this question word, was. Was sind Sie von Beruf? Say it again. Was sind Sie von Beruf? So you can now say it. Was sind Sie von Beruf? Very good. Okay, so of course, as we have been talking about informal and formal, the two of them mean the same thing. And the meaning is, what is your occupation? The informal one is when you are talking to somebody you are familiar with. The formal one, when you are talking to somebody you respect, you want to create a gap between you and the person, or somebody older than you, or somebody that is in higher level of occupation more than you, that you are not familiar. Then we come to the second one, which is still we're still making use of was. As I said, we're going to form so many sentences this lesson, simply because we have done, for the other ones, we have formed the sentences, and we are left with this before we round off discussion on Fragewoerter. So we have the second sentence, was machst du von Beruf? This one is asking the same question with this one, only that the verb has been changed. We're going to talk about the verb later. So, was machst du von Beruf? Is this saying, what is your occupation? And then, this is the former, and then the former, was machen Sie von Beruf? I read the first one again, you read after me. Was machst du von Beruf? Good. And the second one, was machen Sie von Beruf? Just say it after me. Very good. Also, was machst du von Beruf? Second one, was machen Sie von Beruf? And then B is responding. And B says, ich bin Lehrer. Say it after me. Ich bin Lehrer. Ich bin Lehrer. And that is the response of B. And the meaning of that is, I am a lecturer. Ich bin Lehrer. And then we go on. We're still on was. The A asks again, was ist dein Familienstand? The asking question, was ist dein Familienstand? I'm going to go slow so that you repeat after me. Was ist dein Familienstand? I read it together now. Was ist dein Familienstand? Okay, and it's still the same thing. This is the informal way of asking, what is your family status? It's asking, are you single? Are you married? Are you separated? Or whatsoever. So, was ist dein Familienstand? What is your family, the state of your family, or your family state, if you are married or single? And then the former one, was ist Ihr Familienstand? Was ist Ihr Familienstand? I want to still read the second one with me. We're still making use of was. Second one, was ist Ihr Familienstand? And then B answers, ich bin ledig. Ich bin ledig. Ledig simply means I am single. Ich bin ledig. Say it after me. Ich bin ledig. Okay? And I have other alternatives. The second one is ich bin verheiratet. Say it after me. Ich bin verheiratet. Very good. Ich bin verheiratet. That means I am married. The first one is I am single. Ich bin ledig. I am single. Second one is ich bin verheiratet. I am married. And then the second one is ich bin geschieden. That simply means, say it after me before I tell you the meaning. Ich bin geschieden. Geschieden. Thank you. Ich bin geschieden, and that means I am divorced. And then the last one, ich bin verwitwet. That one, just need to repeat it. Ich bin verwitwet. Very good. Ich bin verwitwet. Say it again. Ich bin verwitwet. Very good. That's good. The last one is I am a widow. Yeah? Or yeah, I'm a widow. Somebody that has lost his partner or a partner. So I take this one again so that you can remember. Ich bin ledig. Say it after me. Ich bin ledig. The second one, ich bin verheiratet. The third one, ich bin geschieden. And the last one, ich bin verwitwet. Okay, so we are still on the question word, was. By now, I know you must know how to pronounce it very well. Let's try it again. Was. Okay, so I have other sentences here where the question word is used. A is asking, was ist dein Hobby? As usual, informal. And the second one, was ist Ihr Hobby? So repeat the first one with me. Was ist dein Hobby? And now the second one, was ist Ihr Hobby? Okay. Then B answers. And of course the meaning is, what is your hobby? And then B answers, mein Hobby ist Lesen. Say it after me. My hobby is Lesen. Again. Good. My hobby is lesen. And I have some examples of things that could be hobby depending on you, depending on what you like. And I want to give you an assignment that if this one is none of your hobby, I want you to add your own hobby to it. And if any of this one is your hobby, look for another hobby that is not even your own, just to practice a German sentence with the use of past, then question, the answer. So I'm going to read this one now. My hobby is lesen. That is, my hobby is reading. The second one, my hobby is music hören. I'm going to take it slowly. My hobby is music hören. Very good. And the next one, my hobby is schlafen. That's a bit funny. This one is, my hobby is listening to music. Why this one is my hobby is sleeping, just to sleep. Well, I think some people have it as their hobby. And then the next one is, my hobby is tanzen. Tanzen is to dance. Some people have it as their hobby. So say it after me. My hobby is tanzen. And then the next one is, my hobby is reisen. Some people like to travel. It's just their hobby. They move around every time. So my hobby is reisen. Then the next one, my hobby is singen. People like singing. Yeah? Say it after me. My hobby is singen. And then the last one, my hobby is kochen. Hobby is kochen. Kochen. Okay? So I'll just repeat this one again so that you'll be used to the pronunciation of those things that we have here as hobby. Number one, lesen. Lesen. You pronounce after me. Number two, Musik hören. Musik hören. Number three, schlafen. Schlafen. Number four, tanzen. Tanzen. Number five, reisen. Reisen. Number next, singen. Singen. And then the next one, the last one, kochen. Kochen. To cook. Some people like it as their hobby, like to cook. So last one means to cook. Kochen. So I want you to practice all this. Not only this, the one we did in the last lesson, practice all of them and be familiar with the use of the question word. Call it in German, the Fragewoerter.